Ooh, I like these. Oh, hey there, creepy crew. Welcome back for night 11 of our Fear Fest. Sorry, I was just picking through the candy bowl. Some pieces I like more than others, as most do. So, if you're looking to satisfy that particular craving, I've got a gooey treat prepared for you that you won't want to put down. I like the chewy bits.
It was to be expected for the night to be a bit chilly. It was the very last day of October after all. My wife, Jennifer, and I were walking the streets of some unknown cul-de-sac in northeast Pennsylvania. Unknown to us anyway, as we live in a large house in the middle of nowhere. Great place to live, but not great for trick-or-treating, as the nearest house is a half a mile away. This little neighborhood seemed alive with Halloween bustle, though. Children and parents strolled to and fro. Many of the houses were overly decorated in elaborate and gruesome displays, and most residents took up seats outside to welcome trick-or-treaters in ways that suited their characters for the evening. Our son, Jimmy, loved Halloween, and he made it more than challenging to keep up with him. About an hour or two into the night, the sky had grown black. The three of us walked a long walkway and climbed the steps to a very elaborate house. Either its owners had really gone all out, or the place was truly decrepit and befitting a scene for a haunted house. On the steps out front, next to a bowl of candy, sat a child who couldn't be much older than Jimmy. His costume was great. The mask's face and scalp looked almost leathery. His plastic teeth seemed to almost glisten with fake blood in the moonlight, and the green eyes set deep within the mask must have been battery-operated, as each glowed with an intense light. The boy reached a clawed glove into the bowl and placed 2 pieces of candy in my son's hand.
"I like the chewy bits,"
he said to Jimmy in a raspy, monster-like tone. Okay. Happy Halloween," my son responded, waving to the boy.
"I like the chewy bits,"
the boy yelled back. My wife and I followed our son to the next house, then to the next, and so on. But after only a few more houses, we had grown tired and decided to let Jimmy run up to each door on his own while we waited in the street nearby. A few houses later, distracted by conversation, we realized that Jimmy did not return. He wasn't at the house nearby. He wasn't with the other group of kids that had just come and gone. The 2 of us began to panic. I was about to call out for him when I looked back towards a house a few driveways down that we had already passed. That old, elaborate house. In the front yard of that decrepit old house, I could have sworn I saw Jimmy's brightly colored clown outfit laying in the grass near to the house's steps. I ran toward the site, my wife in close chase behind me. As I neared, though, I slowed. The sounds of violent chewing and crunching noises getting louder as I neared the goblin-like boy on the step near the bowl. "Have you seen my—" I started, but stopped as the thing turned to look at me. I was horrified. In the light cast from the street lamp behind me, I could now see the beast with a greater ease. This thing was not wearing a costume. This thing, now smiling at me, holding what was left of my son's right ear, was no fabrication of holiday misconceptions. I gasped in horror as the thing stuck out a long tongue, placed my son's ear on it, and withdrew it back into his mouth to be chewed with satisfaction, only to open once again, gleaming with gratification, to say,
"I like the chewy bits."
Oh, now, that was some good stuff. I couldn't eat another bite. Well, maybe one more bite. Well, talk about fast food. But before you run off, make sure to crawl back again tomorrow night for night 12, Devil's Night. Until then, don't let those snacks get away. Now, where'd my dinner run off to?